The concert went really, really well. Obviously it was a special concert because it was the 60th concert, and it was John Warburton's last concert, his involvement within the concert. So we needed to make it really special. It was great. Everybody who came along and performed really well, and the audience really seemed to enjoy it. We got so much good feedback afterwards. We had 11 carols, and then each act who performed 2 songs of their own choosing. For instance, we had John's daughters who were there especially for this concert, playing harp and singing, and they did 2 songs. They did Silent Night, the German version, Still an Act, and then Oh Holy Night, which is my personal favourite. So it was a really broad range of songs, and a special song written by Steve Cassidy to perform with the Civic Youth Choir, which was really, really good. And then the snow came down, which was really good as well visually. That really pleased the audience as well. It is a big project. It's one we talked about right from the beginning of this year, actually. How can we make it special? And then we talked, let's get some snow coming down, and let's get Norman to write a song, and let's get the snow coming down. So we hired in some snow cannons, and sure enough, we didn't tell anybody about it, and then the snow came down, and the kids were loving it. And one particular person within the band, the Railway Institute band, he just sat there and the snow piled up on top of his head, and it was absolutely fantastic. He just sat there laughing all the time, and the audience and all the kids especially, I thought it was great. We had to get him up for a big round of applause afterwards, of course. Superb it was.
We've generally generated up to the full house, and we're expecting, it was round about 1,300 that we had this week. We haven't got final figures yet, but we expect it to be in the region of £5,000. That money will be sectioned off to the 2 charities that we always support. Since 1958 we've supported the Lord Mayor and Sheriff of York's Christmas Cheer Fund, which funds receptions for the elderly people, 400 elderly people in the York area. And originally it was the Evening Press Toy Fund, which is now the Community Appeal, and this year they chose York Mind as their designated charity. So hopefully they will get at least £2,000 each. It's important to me because it's a family affair. It was my dad who started it with Fred Bradbury. He started it in 1958 along with Royden Knights and Laurie Bruce, who were 2 other musicians in the York area. And sadly, since he died in 1994, I took on that mantle. It's certainly a labour of love, but I enjoy it. I think the thing that I get from it is just seeing people leave the auditorium, smiling faces, and I think, well, I've done my job. And yeah, it's the feel-good factor.